again. "I've got to go. I'm going to miss the train. Sorry."
Okay."
He shrugged, his voice clipped.
"Another time, then."
Connie hoped not. "Good luck, though." She turned and walked towards the entrance.
"They were wrong, you know,"
Jonesy said, his voice carrying after her.
"To treat you like that. It wasn't just your fault."
Her steps ceased for a few seconds. Then, without turning back, she ascended the stairs to the platform, her heels clicking rapidly on the metal. Her heartbeat matched her footsteps. Chapter 2. D.I. Wade. As murder locations went, this was up there with the ones categorised as unusual. Detective Inspector Lindsay Wade had seen bodies dumped in all manner of places and wasn't easily rattled. This case didn't have the shock factor in terms of it being off the wall or weird. It was that the body was clearly meant to be found. Already this had put a bad taste in her mouth and a cramp in her stomach. The killer wanted people to know, wanted the press coverage, the limelight. Murders like this were usually thought out, planned, and they also didn't tend to be one-offs. These were the alarm bells ringing in Lindsay's mind as she and Detective Sergeant Mack turned off the road in the dark blue Volvo estate and onto the driveway leading to HMP Baymead, the local prison 4 miles outside of the market town of Colton. "How long ago did uniforms get here, Mac?" 52-year-old Charlie Mack had always been known simply as Mac, even at school. No one used his forename, bar his mum. Humming an unrecognisable tune, he flipped through his black pocket notebook.
"The first got here at 7:35. Call came in from the operational support grade in charge of the front gate at 7:20. Said he'd heard the screeching of tyres, saw a white, unmarked transit van drive at speed back up the road leading out of the prison. Thought it was just some idiot messing around. With the driveway being accessible to anyone, he said they often get vehicles that aren't official, not relating to employees, coming in and out. There's also a public footpath that runs along the top of the grounds, popular with dog walkers, apparently."
"Christ, you'd think it'd be more difficult to get to, more secure."
"Yeah, but it's a Cat C prison out in the sticks. The fencing is high enough, and it's not like you're going to get some nutter trying to scale it in or out, not with that roll of wire at the top."
DS Mack motioned out of the car window at the perimeter fencing as they drove by. The red brick walls of the prison buildings could be seen beyond the fence. The site had been used as an army camp in the run-up to World War II. The buildings were now a mix of old and new, with a new, larger cell block being more visible than the older H-style living blocks that housed the majority of the inmates.
"So, who found the body?" Carol Manning, prison officer, first one of the morning shift to arrive at approximately 7:10. She had to walk past the victim to get to the entrance. She raised the alarm with the OSG.
"Why did he wait for another 10 minutes before he called it in?"
"They were pretty shaken, you know, the way the man had been killed, and the fact that they knew him."
"I guess. Did uniform ask them whether they'd touched anything, messed with the scene during that time?"
"Yep, and if they did, they didn't own up to it. And apparently, more employees arrived for work before uniform got here too."
"Great. So it's a possibility then." Lindsay parked alongside the other police vehicles, sighed and pulled her long red hair back into a ponytail, deftly looping and securing it into an elastic band before she got out of the car. As she usually did, Lindsay stood and took in the surrounding area, her hands firmly in her trouser pockets. Mac hung back, waiting for her to complete her routine scan. Lindsay's eyes settled on the tape, cordoning off the area, then shifted to the white tent erected over the body. A pale